guys, Mr. Sir here. So I want to give an update on US30, right? This index. Remember, I talked about it in the previous video, right? So uh, here I just want to give you an update. Remember, I said we are looking for buy opportunities uh, at any zone below 0.5 Fibonacci level, right? Like I said, if it's below 0.5, it is the zones are discounted, right? Which means any possible zone that we come across below the 0.5 Fibonacci level, it's crucial, right? We don't have to overlook it, right? So now you can see prices tapped into this daily order block, right? So we don't just sell, we don't just buy, sorry, we don't just buy, right? Because usually the psychology behind order blocks, right, is that this will be our entry, right? And this will be our target, and this will be our stop loss. And if you check here from the entry to the stop loss, like it's a lot of pips, right? So it's a lot of pips, and there's a high chance of people losing their accounts here. So we don't we don't just do that. We refine our order blocks, right? So we're going to the 4-hour time frame right now. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see what's happening. Okay, so if you see also here, price has tapped into this 4-hour order block, right? So now it doesn't really mean that this order block is going to be respected or anything, but then I'm expecting price to reverse in this order block, and then it continues to go up. That's what I'm expecting. Reason being is because it's at a discounted, it's at a discounted zone, right? And I don't know if I said this on the previous video, but then I did mention uh this zone. I did mention this zone, right? I did mention this zone. This one, we call it our extreme order block, right? Because it is like you see, it's somewhere around the golden zone level, right? The 0.786 golden zone. Even this one above it, it's also the golden zone. So it's also favorable. It's also a favorable zone for you to sell, right? And if it doesn't sell, then I would expect it for, if it doesn't buy at this point or at this order block or this order block, I would expect it at least to come to this one. But then this one, I am not favoring it, because if you check here, price has already mitigated the fair value gap, has already mitigated the fair value gap. Sorry about that. Let me just do it again. It's mitigated in the fair value gap, and in most cases, if price mitigates a fair value gap, there's lower chances of it coming to mitigate that order block. But then let's not outrule it, right? Let's not outrule it. This zone, let me mark it to show you. Let's not outrule this zone, right? Let's not outrule it. But then for me personally, I'm not going to how can I say it, like focus much on it. I'm not going to focus much on it, but then I'm not going to overlook it, right? I'm focusing on these two that I mentioned. Sorry, I put an FVG like sign here instead of an order block, so I'm just putting the right one in right now, right? So So yeah, these two zones are the ones that I'm going to look for buy opportunity as at right. So, and one more thing that you guys need to understand, just because, like I said, when I was showing you on the daily time frame, you don't just execute trades because price is raised our order block, right? There are many ways to confirm an entry, right? But for me, I prefer these two, right? Let's say we're looking for buy opportunity, right? Let's say price comes in play, it goes up, right? Then it comes and breaks the structure again, it comes back, breaks this high, creates a change of character, comes back, and continues to go up. That's how I'll confirm my entry, right? Why am I saying something like this? It's, liquidity has been shopped here at this low price came and shopped this liquidity, right? Shopped the liquidity. After shipping the liquidity, then it created a change of character. This was the change of character created, right? See if it's gonna do okay. Then this mitigation, there's two things here, right? This mitigation, let me just draw it big. So this mitigation can either be one of these two things, right? Let's wait for it to work. It can either be one of these two things. One, it can either be an order block. Separated the letters. Either be an order block or fair value gap, right? Can either be one of those two things. Your confirmation entry, right? Can be either one of these two things, either an order block or fair VG. For an example, let me show you an example, right? And I just show when I was trying to show you this thing. It's this liquidity shopped. Liquidity was shopped, right? Then a change of character was created. Change of character was created. Change of character. This was our change of character, and if you look at here, this was the FVG. Now this was the fair value gap. It respected the fair value gap and continued to go up, right? So it's very important to notice this, right? And the other way to confirm an entry, it's by doing this. Remember, we're looking for buy opportunities, right? I need you to look for these two patterns as you look for buy opportunities, right? So I need you to do that, and I need you to do it thoroughly. So let's see. Second way to confirm an entry. Price came down, came back up again. Price fails to break the low. It creates a change of character. It does the same thing, mitigation. Then it continues to go up. Right? So basically, that's how it's done. Right? That's how it works, right? So those who trade Falcon, if you visit the retouch move, right? Those who trade Falcon visit the retouch move. But then for us, SMC traders, we are looking for a change of character. We're looking for a change of character here after our price fails to break this the low, looking for a change of character. Then next we're going to look for an FVG or an order block, right? So we're going to look for these two things. That's what we're going to look for, and then continue on, start buying, right? In terms of stop loss and take profit, remember the profit is always the previous high. It's always the previous high, right? So in terms of entry will be here. Stop loss, your take profit will be here, and the stop loss will be here. I know it looks small, I'm just demonstrating, but then in the market, in the time frames, it wouldn't be this small unless if you're scalping, right? So it will be something like this. It will be something like this. Our entry here, mostly the stop loss will be at this low, right? It will be at this low. With this one, the stop loss will be some put it here, some put it here, or some just put it below here, right? And if it's an FVG and your stop loss is here, chances are you're going to be taken out that easily, because sometimes price might play along the FVG, then there's a small a wick that takes out the stop losses here of people who entered on the FVG. A wick that comes to mitigate an order block here, then it continues to go down. So it's very important to take note of these two confirmation entries, right? These are the best entries or confirmation entries you can look for at any time frame. To be truthful, right? You can look at them at any time frame, but then not at the time frame that you analyzed at. If you use a higher time frame like the daily time frame, right, you need to come back to the 4 hour or 1 hour time frame to confirm your entry, right? Even if you might find it on the 15-minute time frame, that one on the 15-minute time frame, if you analyze on the daily time frame, it's not gonna give you a full like run. Like it's not gonna go your way until it reaches your target. It will come back trying to refine the higher time frames out of block, right? So you need to be careful of that. You need to be aware of that, right? So that way you'll be able to find to minimize your losses and maximize your profits, right? So it's better to do it this way. It's better to confirm your entry before you enter the market, right? Even if it reaches your order block at this point, you can't enter here because there's still a lot of space, right? You find out that you're entering on a higher time frame, you see that there's a refine, there's an entry that needs to be refined on the lower time frames, right? So that's the reason why we have to look for these patterns on the lower time frame. Like I said, if you analyze on the daily, come back to the 4 hour or 1 hour. The 15-minute, it's not really convenient for the daily time frame. I'm saying this again, mostly because price will still have some unmitigated order blocks that need to be refined, right? So I hope you guys understood this, and always uh, monitor the markets. Even if you don't want to trade, always monitor the markets, right? So always monitor the market. Do not just look at the markets because you want to trade. No, always monitor it because it helps you to be able to, how can I say, to master your skills and master your psychology, right? And understand the psychology behind your skill, right? So always look, always work, always master, always observe the markets. Don't uh, enter the market because, or let me just say, don't open the markets only because you want to trade. No, it's wrong. open the markets because you want to observe the market and see the possible entries that you guys might look for, right? So let's see if we can look for something here. Let me just do this. Let me leave the 4-hour time frame. Let me just so we can see if we can find a possible defined entry. Let's start with the 1 hour. Did I take? I'm going to look for a zone when price might start buying, right? So as you can see, price is currently here. Price is currently here. And then there's this zone here, but then there's not really much of what you call it, an averaging. Don't be surprised with this thing. I think this was during, was it FOMC? Yes, it was FOMC here. So don't really be surprised by this, right? So here, this is where price might start buying. But then, like I said, there's still an order block below on the 4-hour time frame. So I think this is the order block on that 4-hour time frame. So I don't know what's gonna happen. All I can say, I'm just waiting for price to respect my zones or violate them. If it does violate them, I'm gonna look for new entry or opportunities, whether buy or sell, right? So this is how it's gonna be. So for me, to you guys, I think that's all for now. We're going to I will do another video again in the future to give further updates, right? So from me to you guys, that's all for now, right? That's all for now, and we should leave it here. Please always monitor the markets, always observe the markets, even though you don't want to trade, right? So from me to you guys, peace.